Okay, so you did an early kill. Look, if you blind pick Mundo, you can get cooked by pretty much any champion that wants to rush Blade of the Ruined King.
That's true.
So we're talking Aurelia, we're talking Vayne,
Young.
Yona. Yeah, it's like you are not even allowed to play the game.
Yeah, I know.
I understand that Mundo is a nice, cool champ, and many people feel it's safe, but uh, Jesus, because it's so weird. The chat is so big. 1 second, I'll have to reset in this here. Cursor scale, chat scale. We'll put that up there. Make this a bit bigger. Okay, so let's look into this. You do an early kill, you said?
Yeah, he like fails the dive. He tries to dive me on the wave crash and he fails.
1 second, I'll. Uh, okay.
This lane's pretty tough though.
Yeah, it's kind of the same, right? He doesn't hard counter you though, as others do, simply because he doesn't run Blade, and his ult really isn't as useful against you. So he's looking for the dive now. Is this where your problem starts?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, you're walking away. What the f... In what elo is this?
Diamond.
That's crazy. I did hear that NA is a little bit inflated though, whatever. Okay, so...
I have no idea if NA's in play. I don't know. I only play NA.
It's just less competitive. There are less players on NA than there are on EU West.
Oh, I don't think that's true, right?
I heard that it's true for Master. Like, you have more Master players on EU West than you have on NA. I'm not sure whether it's below Master, whether that's the same. You see it because, like, the Challenger cutoff in NA is 1000 LP roughly, and on EU West it's roughly 2200 LP. This is because there are more people, right? So it goes upwards with the required LP.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, whatever. It's just...
Yeah.
Okay, so he just dives you, fails miserably. I don't know, he could have easily killed you, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you walked up a bit far. I feel like...
I W'd his E though, so I W'd a lot of the damage. I don't know.
No, you didn't.
I don't know. Oh, I probably don't have W yet. I'm level 2.
Does he fail the Q? Oh, he chokes the Q.
He doesn't even kill me there, right?
He should kill you.
Auto?
He should kill you. Really.
I mean, theoretically, yes.
Because his Q is off cooldown and he has flash. Oh, I see. He mistimed it. That's interesting.
Anyways. So I win this, okay?
Yeah, chill, don't worry about it. Yeah, okay, it's an interesting thing. I feel like he could have dove you, but whatever. So you do the kill, and you're thinking you're playing this wrong now.
I know, well, yeah, I do think it's bad.
I mean, the kill is good in itself.
I mean, I can't just, like, leave the wave, though, so I take the wave.
I mean, you should just clean this wave out and go base. It really is as simple as that. Right? Because this wave has now crushed into your turret, and that means this wave gets holed up, and that means your wave now pushes towards him. Right? Every single time a wave crashes, it goes towards the other side. So you know your wave is going to push into him now, but you also know that you're not fast enough to crash your wave.
Yeah, because Mundo sucks at pushing.
Right. Well, really early on, you wouldn't... Like, there's hardly any champ that would be able to push this wave into his turret. Maybe. It's just, like, killing this whole wave, going there and killing that wave too, it's By the time you do that, he's back. So yeah, in my opinion, yeah, you played that wrong now. 1 second, let me think about this. Yeah, okay, look. You can kill this wave, you can't kill this wave. Really as simple as that. So, it's because of that. Look, it really is a simple calculation, right? He has 2 waves in your turret. If you cull down these... But if you cull down this wave, and you have 1 wave pushing, you have how do I say it? You have 1 wave pushing into him, but as long as his wave is just as big as your wave currently, it won't hard push. What you're creating a hard push. You've got 6 minions on your side, and you have 6 minions on enemy sides. Well, effectively you only have 3, right? So by culling down these 3, you now have 6 minions against his 3 minions, effectively enabling a wave that will push very hard, right? But it won't be fast
What do I
enough.
do? So I just stop. I don't kill these 3.
Yeah. No, you even before that you stop. You only kill like half the wave.
Oh my god. Okay.
You yeah, wait. I would stop here. I would maybe take 1 more last hit, and then I'd go base. Like, to yourself, just make a note. If there are 2... If you cannot crush a wave, right? You really have to be careful about killing enemy minions. Because if you can't crush it, you will effectively freeze it, right? That's always the thing when you push a wave. So in these sort of scenarios, it's often smarter to simply stop last hitting. And even if you don't last hit these 3, you still get full XP, so that's fine. If you don't kill these 3, and your minions will get thinned out enough, I would have even stopped like at 4 minions probably. Yeah, I would have stopped now. Like now, I'd go base. Because I know you won't really, how do I say it? This is a bit hard to explain. Let's just look at this for a second. So you have 5 minions now because you pushed it, but you cannot crush it, right? So these 5 minions will now push, effectively killing this wave. Wait, you're on luck, he doesn't freeze it. Okay, now he freezes it.
I changed my mind because I see you're fighting in river, so
yeah,
I
it was a
want,
good
like,
idea.
him
It was
to...
a good
okay,
idea.
okay.
That was like a good idea of you. Like that was definitely not a misplay, because with some luck you would push it in. Problem is always the same though. It's frozen, and if you look at gold, you're even, though you have more effective. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, he can zone you off now. How long does this freeze last? You'll probably get ganked trying to unfreeze it, right? Tim?
Yeah.
How long does this last? Like a whole minute?
2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then look, I'm kind of waiting for ignite here. I hit 6, I ignite, I all in, and then
Yeah, you instantly get punched.
yeah.
And you just get snowballed harder, right?
And game's like unplayable from this point.
Yeah, because this wave will now push into him again,
Yeah,
and he'll be able to refreeze.
So game is unplayable. I'm like 20 CS down.
I will say this though. There are 2 things here, right? Like you've put yourself in this thing because you blinded Mundo. I would say that, right? Just the Mundo blind. This is why you're in this. Look, if this wouldn't be such a weak lane, you would be able to simply force the wave in. Because this is such a weak matchup for you, you're not able to. You have to be very mindful about freezing. Look, so this freezing starts here, right? But let's say you're frozen and you're here, right? Like you're thinking, okay, you're resetting and you're running into a frozen wave. In my opinion, you have to proxy this.
But man, I'm gonna lose like all of my HP proxying. I don't have like TM. Like it's so hard to push. I don't know.
You have to. If you don't proxy, this will stay frozen forever. Or you'll ask for a gank. Those are pretty much your 2 options at this point. If you don't proxy...
There's no way I win this on 5, right?
What do you mean?
Like, can I all in him on the 5 spike?
Nope.
I didn't think
Because
so.
he has flash and you don't have
I didn't
ghost
think
and he'll
so.
just run you
I
down.
didn't think so. Yeah, I think so too.
Look.
I think there's no way to kill him.
I made a whole YouTube video about this. 1 second, I'll show that section. People
But I
don't
was
like.
thinking that was the other option, is maybe I just like limit test on the 5 spike when he's 4.
It's in high. You have to. Oh god, now it won't allow me to switch. Okay, like this. So I've made a whole video about freezing, and there is a section that I've got on this, and it's about roaming, proxying. Here we go. Be the video. So I know this. So it's
The other thing I was thinking, like, do I just go mid? But like, I have no CC. It's tough.
So there are like two options that I have. If you have like a very, like I'll show it here. If you have a very strong champion, you can go roam mid, but you don't. You don't have a champion can roam. So the only other way is to proxy. Like look how I do it here. Right? I push on half the wave so I don't lose that much. Now I go after turret.
Yeah.
Catch the wave. Clean it out. And he will chase me, and you see the wave has crashed, so that means it will not push into me. There's another option you can do. You can also fake proxy if you feel like you're not able to clean it. You said you don't have Tiamat, right?
Nah, I probably have like Ruby Crystal.
Look how I do it here. I play against Olaf. This is a really good video for that. I know I don't have the wave clear, right? I know I don't have the wave clear to clean out the wave, but look what I do. This is a ranked matchup in like in High Master.
It's tough that you used E. How do you clear when you wasted E?
I don't.
I guess you wait. Yeah, okay.
Look what I do.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You just pull it, so it's annoying for him.
Right. Look.
And then you go mid.
People don't this is what I call a fake proxy. You act like you're about to push this wave through, right? But you realize if you only kill half the wave, it will just refreeze, right? Because if you only kill half the wave and he kills you, then half the wave runs up the map, right? And he will be able to refreeze that. So if you proxy, you either have to instantly kill the whole wave or you have to not touch it at all. And especially on cannon waves, you cannot really push this through easily if you're far behind, because Olaf, as you see, I'm 1-3, will just run up and kill you. And that's why I bait it. I pretty much bait him. He's thinking I would kill this. I didn't, right? He didn't, but he can do two things. Either he then runs upwards and clears the wave, or he chases after me. Either way, the wave will unfreeze. So I come back now. Come back to turret.
It's playable. It's playable again.
Yeah.
No.
I will say this, with champions like you that don't have move speed and don't have clear, you will likely die while doing this, but in my opinion that's still worth. So
I also think if I ignited on the 6 spike earlier, I think I win the fight too. But that's, you know...
It could be, but it's always up in the air. We're talking about what you can do better in the future if you're in this situation.
Yeah.
And if you will keep picking Mundo, you will be in this situation quite often. You just won't kill him. I see lots of people pick. Well, because of his W.
I think if I ignite right here.
Like he's about to kill that minion and get level 6 though.
Yeah, but that's what I think I should have ignited there. Let's see, I don't ignite until here. I think it's a mistake.
Was it on cooldown?
I think I still win if Shyvana isn't there.
It was on cooldown, bro.
I know. I mean, yeah, I know. I fight right with
now
it,
it's
right
up.
Here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you're right. If you ignite, there's a chance. You are right. If you ignite here, there's a chance. If you ignite, there's a chance. But let's say this, you die. It refreezes.
But now game feels like completely unplayable. Like I'm like 30 CS down.
It feels unplayable because the only way that you know how to freeze, like you obviously don't like proxying, is just forcing it in, right? That's how you understand. That's look.
Well, but I'm too far behind at this point. Like
No, you're never too far behind to proxy.
No, force it in.
Oh yeah, you cannot force it in anymore. Like,
Yeah.
forcing it in is another method, right? You get level advantage, right? Because he's more slow on you on the minion, and then you push in with having more minions. So that's exactly what you try to do. You recreate a minion advantage and XP advantage, have a temporary tempo on him, right? You gain level 6, and then you figure you'll just force it in. And that's possible, but that's only possible for like a very, very quick second, right? Because if he then kills your wave, he's level 6 and you're cooked. And then you die twice, and then the wave
But I
is
mean, I went
forever
for it
over.
though. Like I saw the window, I went for it.
You
But
saw
I
that window,
mean,
right? But the problem is, it's ultra risky because now you die, you lose the whole wave, he pushes in, gets another wave, gets a kill, and he also gets plates. You just
but if I just sit there farming with Qs, it's fucked anyways. No, like I don't know.
just proxy!
Yeah, I think you're right.
Look, you have to position yourself downward so that you're able to not show your hand that you're about to proxy. You have to stand like roughly here, and then once the wave on blue side, it's a bit harder. Once the wave reaches this point, tier 2, you kind of have to be here, then you catch it. And my recommendation would be to not touch the wave. Wait until Olaf... Yes, wait until Olaf follows you, right?
And then drop it.
You pull it,
drop
drop it, go back. By the time Olaf is here, the wave will have pushed in. And even if you die, the wave is still unfrozen, right? And if you think about it, let's say you die, like let's say you die here, you don't lose any CS, right? He loses half a wave, and by the time that you're back on lane, the wave will not have pushed in, right? Because you'll be back and you'll be able to catch the whole wave, and you'll be able to defend off plates. That's why proxying, forcing, and roaming are like the main ways to break a freeze. For example, what you can also do, but this is very dubious, you could go to Dragon, right? This is something you can do. I know this sounds troll, but if you feel like you cannot touch the wave and you also cannot proxy, you can theoretically run mid lane or run Dragon, make it
5v4.
just 5v4 and try to force a fight, right? And then Olaf sees my enemy laner is Dragon, and he will then push in to punish you. But this is not something I'd recommend to you. This is only possible if you play something like Kennen with TP, right? For example, if I have TP, right? I can now go Dragon, force him to push, right? And then just TP back on top lane. But that's a pretty expert solution.
Yeah.
So just for the future, I know forcing it in is nice. Okay, but let's say how... okay, so much for pushing. I just told you how to unfreeze and stuff. So you're kind of cooked. Do you get boots of runes? Probably, right?
I do.
So you cannot buy boots. That's... oh, that sucks. Because you cannot buy boots, right? So he can just run you down because you cannot leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now you're cooked, right? Because now he... like, here you cannot...
It's just, I mean, the whole thing's unplayable from this point, you know.
It's not unplayable, though.
No. It's okay. I mean,
it's a 400 gold lead. Like,
yeah.
Like, I've seen, my friend,
in counter matchup, though. In bad matchup.
Nah, you're still good. Like, because you have to expect to lose lane on Mundo. Like, Mundo is countered by fucking half the pool on top lane. You have to kind of expect to lose lane. Right? You have a week early, then you're looking for the Warmogs, looking for Heartsteel, and at that point you're useful. At minute like 15. You got Grubs, which is really nice, right? Losing Grubs in a lost matchup is even harder because you lose tier 1. You push, it's fine. Why do you push the wave? Okay.
Well, he wants to base.
Look. No, he doesn't want to base.
He does.
He has 470 gold, what's he gonna buy?
I don't know. I mean, he was trying to base. Maybe he wanted mana, I don't know.
No, he baited it. Sometimes you just... look. Sometimes you just go base and see what the enemy person does. Just for fun. Like, just for fun. Whether,
yeah,
like,
fair.
if Udyr pulls up, right? Udyr is here, maybe he expects him to gank and stuff, and then he's just base. He doesn't have a power spec, he cannot finish his next item, and he doesn't have enough gold. So, Another way to break a freeze is baiting enemy AoE abilities into your
Yeah,
wave.
make him queue through the wave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you E the wave, effectively creating a freeze, right? Because now you cull his wave, but your wave is full. Unless he then queues the wave, which he doesn't because he wants this to freeze. You've now frozen yourself. Right? Like, if you're behind, you just cannot AoE. You now try to force through. Because you always... But, okay, now he... Ah, you're nice. You baited it, right? You baited the Q into wave. In my opinion, you're playing a little bit too far up because you don't have boot. Oh, now you have boots, okay. And they're pulled up now. It just... if you just get ganked, you're just cooked, right? That's what I'm thinking. I think you're playing a little bit too aggressively.
Maybe true.
Do you have a ward?
True.
You don't.
No.
Just right, you're kind of... Like, if you get ganked, you're just... you're done and your turret is instantly dead. That's why I would... If you're not able to push through, I wouldn't just stand in his face. Okay, so this rotates off. To be honest, just far it's fine. You have a slight gold diff. Your team has 2 dragons and grubs. Ooh, what the hell? Okay. So your team wants to fight. You're underestimating his burst. Well, you know that for the future, though. Olaf cooks you. Like, if you just let Mundo before 2 items is weak as hell, right? You probably know that. I think you're just a little bit... I see that with a lot of Mundo players. And I always tell them, like... You need 1.5 items, roughly. Before that, you're just not a champion. In 1v1 scenarios. Okay, so they force you bot lane because your bot lane wants to rotate. Which they do, and they do a big mistake because they overforce, get punished, lose their shutdown. Oh, that's such a beginner mistake, right? But ADCs often do that. They switch lane and then just get one shot in different matchups. So they just rotate back. That's funny. Oh, you're good. You're all good though. You're slowly okay, how much gold are you sitting on? That's good. No critique here, that's fine. You're doing it well, playing a bit passive. If I were you, I would probably try to have a ward in this blue river bush at all times now.
Sure.
Right, because you're pretty far up. But they're just not defending you. Ooh, okay. Damn, I wouldn't go after tier 2. Well, I guess you just want to juice. Okay, are you gonna go for dragon here? Your team gets caught out. Okay, you're looking for a fight angle. I'd click Ghost here. Why are you not clicking Ghost? Oh, that's way too late.
Yeah.
Ghost has this run-up time, right? Like, it's 3 seconds until you're at max movement speed. And a beginner mistake many people do is they only click Ghost once they have arrived. Often it's smarter to, like...
Get into the fight faster.
Yeah, if you feel like you're like 3 seconds away from the fight, that's like the best moment to start it. So that would be... Just say stop when you think it's good.
Like here.
Yeah, exactly.
With the rel.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Jump into.
If you click Ghost
or
here,
not rel, Recon.
if you click Ghost here, by the time you're here, you'll be at max move speed. You see how you do it, right? So you go in, and you arrive, but by that time they regroup. And you can't and you cannot catch up. But you're lucky though, they do a big misplay, whatever. Okay, a huge misplay. Damn, that was awfully played. Okay, but you're in the game now. You have your 2 core items. Go back top lane. Now to catch it. I'd go bot lane now. Go for the tier 2 bot, right? That's way easier to push. Okay, you should be looking for a Randuin's Omen next. Probably not gonna buy armor, right? That's the kind of the mistake I often see do. Okay, that's good. Double cloth armor, steel caps. That's a good buy. You understand that you need armor now because enemy has so
Well, they're
much
full
burst.
AD. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but
full AD except for
many
Shyvana.
Mundos greed for the third item ongoing HP as well. I think you rotate well. I mean, you're not really. Oh, you actually go for Randuin's Omen. Okay, you have a good understanding of itemization then. Good. That's something I have to tell people so many times. Okay, you have to ward this bush. You understand that as well. Very nicely done. Okay, you understand. You're juicing, right? It's mid-game, and on other champs, I would definitely tell you you'd have to be more on fights, but since you're Mundo, you're kind of a split-push champion. You do not really want to be in all fights. Oh, you're pushing up a bit too far here with Baron up.
Well, I knew where everybody was, right? They can only do 2 on me. You saw Olaf bot, you see Jinx mid.
I still would be fearful, because if you die there, you lose the game.
I mean, but who can it be? I don't know.
Shyvana and Rakan.
Rakan? I mean, do they even kill me? I don't know at this point. I'm 15. I don't think so. Maybe, but and now I see Shyvana, but after this, like, look, Jinx should be moving, so I walk back. I don't know. Looks okay.
Let's see. I thought you're gonna go for the tier 3, but you kind of made me fearful that, right? You go past the tier 2 line, which is kind of the death zone for most champions. So I figure that you're gonna go for this wave and go for tier 3, that's why I say this. But you actually move
Hearthstone
back
proc.
out.
I just Hearthstone proc him, right?
What?
I just go for a Hearthstone proc on the Zed.
I understand. Yeah, I misunderstood your movement there. I thought you want to go for this wave and then go for tier 3.
No, I just green for a Heartsteel stack.
Okay, I would now go back. Oh, there we go. Fight starts. There's no kill angle here.
I don't think so.
I would go for Baron. You're in a great spot. Olaf bot lane, he doesn't have enhanced TP. You're not sitting on too much gold. I'd probably go for Baron. But they don't want to, they're fearful. Yeah, you don't mind the game slowing down, I understand that, because you want that on Mundo. Team gets caught out. They do tier 3. They do Baron now, I guess. They still don't do Baron. They are slowing this game down so much. This is crazy. There's no pressure on the map at all. Nobody's doing Baron. Nobody's pushing turrets. Such a slow game. Oh, you don't finish Randuin's Omen? Okay. It's a good one. I like your roam there. So you keep pushing. You do have TP, but it's not enhanced, so you might as well go. I wonder. The problem is that Shyvana is getting fairly big now. Your Udyr does not scale that well, and your Akali also doesn't scale, but you do scale. Well, okay. Your Udyr is AFK. She hard engages. What is this? Does she... Okay, we have to look at this. This is a bit hard. I wonder whether you could have done something better there. That's such a chaotic fight. Yeah, with Shyvana ult here, I think pushing in... I mean, you understand that now probably, right?
Well, but it doesn't, like, I'm fine, though.
It's not about you, really.
No, I know, but I have, like, ult and stuff. They're not going to kill me here. Like, if she ults on me, but I think Aphelios is too far up. And I don't think that there's a good hook target for Blitz, right? Like, he needs to hook the...
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, you're the front line, right? So your bot lane kind of follows you. So as long as you walk up, they walk up. So you're kind
Yeah,
of
baiting them.
yeah, you're kind of signaling that Blitzcrank to fight.
And like it's just like this feels so bad. I don't know.
Right? Because you walk up and Aphelios walks up way too far, I understand that. But you as a tank frontliner, like your bot lane will often follow you. So even if you're, right, even if you are tanky, in many cases, your bot lane will suicide because they try to follow. So often it is therefore the prudent choice to simply disengage if you feel like that your team cannot tank it. Like here, I would simply ping back and go for bot lane and look for a catch here maybe. Right? Because this is just the most secure option. And like for the future, if you feel like your team will just get one shot out, just disengage. You're the frontliner, right? That's just how it goes. Okay, so they get caught out. Just whatever, I would just click ghost and probably fuck off. Are you looking for the dive? You could have dived her, I feel. Right? Does she even... Well, she does have summoners. I would have probably still went for it. Ghost ult? You think she can tank you?
I'm not sure.
That's
Hard to hit Qs in minion wave.
I guess. Okay. You're right, she's quite big and you don't have run lanes yet. Okay, so you just go for a basic push, which is fine. If you die though, that would be a problem. Yeah, that's what I mean! You just walk up, she's just dead. Okay, you're in a great spot then. You're playing it very consistently. Your Udyr is trolling, but at the end of the day, you've got 2 dragons, you're scaling it. I guess the biggest issue would be if your Aphelios gets caught out again, because then your team majorly lacks damage. Right, you don't have an enchanter to increase damage and stuff. You really do see the weakness of Blitzcrank here.
The Blitzcrank looks like absolutely useless the entire game, but it doesn't. I'm not focused. I'm more focused on me, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like you're genuinely playing this very decently. There was this, like, yes, you baited your team here, but that's one misplay that it's okay. Look, Udyr. That's not you, that's just your Udyr trolling. There's a big...
TP in, do I just let them die? Because I just die here too now. I don't know.
You should let them die for sure. Look, you don't have enhanced TP. So the channel time is long, right? If this would be a real TP, this would be 4 seconds. And you get a shield. So if you don't have a real TP, you shouldn't TP into lost fights. If this would be a real TP, then you should be TPing, and now this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a second. Damn, you actually TP very early. You see it very early then.
Maybe not that early.
Oh, there's no animation on the map, that's why I was... Right? There's no TP animation in replay. You do TP early, you see it. That's maybe for the future. I mean, you do like Ignite, right? And it gave you a kill, but if you do have TP
I do like
here,
Ignite.
If you have TP here, right? If you have TP...
I'm a big fan of Ignite.
Like, if you have TP here, maybe there's an angle. But you... Genuinely, I don't think there's... Look, the problem in your comp is, you've got Blitzcrank, but Blitzcrank really has nobody to grab, right? He cannot grab Zed because he's too slippery. He cannot grab Rakan, he's too slippery. Olaf he cannot grab, Shivani he cannot grab, so he only can grab Jinx, which will not happen.
Yeah, but this is... I know, like, my comp is bad, but, like, this is Lategame game. I'm in an okay spot. I misplay early. I should be able to win. Like, I don't know. Like, I realize that, like, you put a better player, like, in my shoes, like, you put Alois or something here, he wins this game.
Alois does not have a 100% win rate. I will say that.
I mean, in low diamond he does. I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean...
It's a toughie though. Because the enemy comp is very good. I think your only angle is dragons here. Look, the thing is, you have he's literally trolling. Your Udyr is trolling, and your Blitzcrank is useless. So you're convinced you can just 1v5?
I don't know, maybe I can split, like, I took the top inhib turret, maybe I should be looking to take, like, the inhibs, I don't know, I should be able to, like, maybe I can create more pressure on the side, I don't know.
I'll have to take a look at game state here.
I mean, I don't know. Like, but maybe like I should have made the decision like earlier. I think now it's too late. But
What do you mean? You
like,
mean you did your TP earlier?
no. I think maybe like I should have been top here and pinging them back and like pressuring top. I don't know. Like I think maybe I should be trying to split on
Look,
side. And
your
not
win
group.
angle is Aphelios, right?
I know. So
That's
I'm
your
trying
win.
to play for Aphelios, but
That's
it's
your
so
win.
hard.
Yeah, that's your win angle in this comp.
But he's so
Aphelios.
useless, like this game, because it's Olaf Zed, like he just dies.
I understand it, but look, your Akali deals 0 damage, your Udyr deals 0 damage, and you don't deal enough damage to make up for it. So in my opinion, your only angle will be to frontline Aphelios and pray.
Yeah, but it's hard to frontline when they have Olaf Zed, like he just dies.
Yeah, that's why Olaf is such a strong pick into you. Okay, let's keep looking at this. If you get Soul here, you win, but the problem is because Soul would avoid that one-shot scenario. Look, at this particular point in time, you have like no tempo. They have a good gold advantage. Your Udyr is not scaling
I
it.
mean, it's 3k. It's really nothing, right?
No, it's about tempo.
3k at 30 minutes?
It's about
No,
tempo.
I know, but...
Because how the gold is shared, you have to look at the power spikes, okay? Like you just power spiked, right? You have your whole combo. There's really, you pretty much have all the items you need at this point in the
But
game.
yeah.
So you're power spiked, you're ready to fight at any point in time. You're level 18, you are as strong as you will be, pretty much. Sure, you'll scale a bit further. Olaf has also power spiked with his 4 items. Shyvana has ultra power spiked. Shyvana is a champion that is pretty weak until she has her main combo with the 3 items, and then she really gets strong. At least if enemy doesn't have good zone control mages to cut her off. So you understand they have 2 very strong frontliners. And I guess that's still a little bit weak. And Jinx also has 4 items. So you have 3 power spikes in enemy team right now. And if you look at your own comp, your Kali has nothing pretty much, right? She has 1 damage item effectively and Zonya's. She's not gonna be killing anybody. Like, right? Like, Shadow Flame is a big damage item. Hextech is kind of like a mixture, and Seeker's is passive. So you understand your Akali will not one-shot anybody. If you look at your Udyr, he has 2 items against enemies who has 3 items plus. So he's not going to be killing the 4-item Olaf, he's not going to be killing 4-item Jinx. He's not going to kill anybody, right? All of his miskills. So you understand, at this point in time, fighting is just a death sentence. So the best thing you can do is literally split. Just pray your team does not get caught out and just ping them back constantly. I think you being here is the best thing you can humanly do. Because any fight you do will just end up in a loss at this point in time. And they're not strong enough to push this through. Because you have grubs. But you do go back mid lane. The thing, like, you cannot win these fights, you understand that? Like...
No.
You want to force it though? We see it here. Yeah, your team just gets choked out.
And the game's over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like on the Jinx, and then she flashes away. It looked okay.
Yeah, we were talking about Alois. I think Alois would make the decision to not fight. I understand. Look, I think what you're doing is not even bad, and I think if you're in high elo, you would win the game here. Because your Udyr would not be splitting for red buff, and your ADC would be closer.
Like, I hit the Jinx, I first still proc on the Jinx, I get her flash, I feel like this looks so good.
By the way, I feel like you're activating... I don't think you cancel it, I think you cancelled wrong. Right? The combo is auto E Hydra. And I think you just auto Hydra E combined. Right? So you auto... Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't auto.
You missed a huge chunk of damage. And you ghost too late again, right? If you look at this. I think if you actually find that angle, you might be able to carry that fight. Like if you ghost...
That looks good though, no?
I would ghost now, right? I would ghost here. And you're clicking W a little bit too early. Right? You should be clicking W when you're expecting a lot of burst, but you're clicking it when you're engaging and you're using it as a damage tool. And your W is simply not a damage tool, right? You click W now.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be a lot... Like, there's just not a lot of burst on you, right, at this point, right? So, okay. Two things.
Auto E
Okay,
Hydra.
no, you can note that down. Number one, auto E Tiamat, right? Basic combo. You're missing that. Number two, you have to ghost 3 seconds before you arrive to the fight. Because then you're able to stick to this Jinx and just slap her down, right? And then you may be able to run back and help your team out with Rakan. Because let's see what she does, right? She moves and you cannot really close the gap, right? You're always one step back now. She flashes?
She flashes too, though, yeah.
In my opinion, you know how to turn back. Because now, it's GG, right? Like, this fight is not carryable now anymore. This might sound weird, but you have to find that angle on Jinx, and if you have that one burst window, you have one burst window, right? Auto E Tiamat, you have one burst window, and you missed your window, because you weren't able to execute your combo, and now you'll just get choked out.
Yeah.
It's so sad with the Olaf ult, though. Okay, so two things. Use your ghost earlier, use the combo a little bit better. I understand it's pressure and stuff, right? You probably you know the combo, obviously. It just in pressure situations it's weird. And now they end. Okay, let's look at this. So you could have made a different decision, of course. You could have made the decision to split.
I could have just stayed bot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can fight the Olaf though, so like he comes bot, so I go mid.
Yeah, you can fight him easily. Like you cannot kill him, but he cannot kill you. With your ult and stuff, there's no way. You have to... Okay. And I'll finish with two more things. Right? Your number one counter as a top laner is the ADC, right? The ADC is usually the only person that can
the only one that can actually deal damage,
yes, right?
But this game's bad though, because Shyvana does percent max HP as well.
Yeah, but that's tiny. Like, most of Shyvana's damage does not come from
like
her...
6%, isn't it?
No, it's not. Well, yes, her E, you're right. Your E is percent max damage. But her autos also have percent max damage, but effectively most of her damage stems from the base damage of her kit. Just like base damage on Q, base damage on W, base damage on E. You're right though, her bite is max damage as well. You're right, she does have max damage. Well,
yeah, she does quite a bit. She does a lot of damage.
I think you should have clicked ultimate to initiate. That would have probably been your angle. So if you once you walk up, right, you want that burst of speed. I would have clicked Ghost Ultimate right here, I think. I would have clicked ult Ghost and Ultimate, and I would have ran into her, clicked Randuin's, and then just sprinted her down. That's like a guaranteed kill at that point, because you're kind of the equivalent to Olaf if you do that. But you, like, look, you don't click W, now you click W, and you don't click ulti, so you're missing the move speed of ulti. But if you combine late game Mundo with Ghost Ultimate, you're unstoppable.
And just keep going after Jinx, just no matter how far away she gets, just run
I would probably do that, because by the time that she leaves you, the fight is over, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine you have ult and you're kind of here, right, instead of here. You're creating such a big frontline at that point that the team is not able to collapse on your team. But because you're a little bit too far back, Rakan now has the angle, right? And Zed now has the angle as well. Of course, and he's able to walk in from the back. So often late game Olaf is smarter to truly hard engage, right? Like mercilessly hard engage. And you're not clicking Randuins, by the way, which is
Yeah, I know.
a
I have
huge thing.
problems clicking buttons.
I think you just got a little bit overwhelmed with the buttons there, right? With the combo
Yeah.
Auto, E, Tiamat, and then Randuins and stuff.
I use 2 for my item, and whenever I get a second item that has an active, I'm old. And
I would
not on that.
recommend using mouse side buttons for that.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
So I have my button, I have 2 side mouse buttons, and if I have an activatable item, they're always on one of those 2 side mouse buttons. Right? They are, yeah, they're just locked to that. I would recommend that. I think you could have won that fight, 100%. 100%, if you play that right. I think you misplayed majorly. You didn't ghost quick enough to close this gap. Once you were on her, you didn't click ultimate to stay on her with your move speed, with your additional move speed, and you also didn't click Randuins to stop her from running away.
Yeah.
And then you combine this with missing your combo on her and not getting the full execute, and then clicking your W too early because you're not expecting any damage, right? The damage comes, I don't know, a little, I don't know. Your W is like the main window that you can tank damage on. I would probably click W now, right? When they like.
I'm still like 60%.
Still, like, but you see, right? When multiple people focus you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you could have carried it. Alois would have carried this fight. You're right, though. It's hard to see, but Alois would have carried that fight with the right combo. In my opinion, put them on your side, put them on your mouse buttons, and then go to practice tool and play a bit around with activatable items. I think you need to practice a little bit of that combo. And then you combine it with early, a little bit of proxying to break the freeze. I think your general gameplay is honestly very good. I think you rotated correctly, you played carefully when splitting. You also rotated right. Like 2 more things though. I think one thing that you do lack is you just kind of lack in, maybe you're strong, but that doesn't mean that your team is strong. I think you kind of have to reconsider that, right? Like you're pretty strong, you have the whole fantasy going on, right? I have your full kit, I'm level 19, I got ult, but you really have to consider sometimes why you're forcing a fight, right? Like consider the risk, consider the reward. And if you just consider power spikes right now, just try to. I understand that's a skill you need to develop. You kind of need to have a feel for how strong your team is at this point in time. Okay? And that's kind of in late game, like a skill that you have to develop. I can't really explain that. You have to get a feel for how strong your team is versus the opponent, and then you make the decision to engage, right? If you have the feeling that your team is effectively able to win a fight, then you make the decision to engage. And I feel like when you're in back here and you make the decision to go back, you do not really consider the strength of your own team, you just consider your own strength.
Sure.
Right?
That's fair.
And you are very, very strong, but the thing is, you kind of lose nothing if you wait 3 more minutes for your team to get a little bit more gold. And maybe also wait out the Baron, right? Like you're fighting into Baron here.
Yeah.
So if you combine that, like Baron, and they're kind of ahead on power spikes, like yeah, you could have carried it, but objectively, I wouldn't have taken that fight. Yeah, okay, and I think that's a good review of that session. I hope I could help you out a little bit there.
I also think like if I had been able to break the freeze, or if I had played better at the beginning, like the game is completely different. I'm like ahead, and then
I think
like if I ever get ahead of Olaf and I can 1v1 Olaf, like the game's like really hard for them to play. Like I can push to Narnia.
I will say this though, you did stabilize pretty well, right? Like you stabilized pretty well. You never really let him get a gold lead that's further than 400. I feel like you stabilized very well. Like that could have been way worse with like, right? He could have had a gold lead of 1000 and plus, and that would have truly been awful. But I think you stabilized well. Yeah. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, hope I could help you out. Do you mind if I cut this and put that on YouTube?
No, go ahead.
All right, I'll have to see with that.
I got no issues with it. I mean, I know I suck, so if people tell me I suck, it's fine.
No, I don't think you suck. Not at all. Genuinely, I think your mid game you made the correct decisions. I think your split pushing talent is pretty good. It's just decision making and stuff, but that really is what separates diamond and master players, right? Like having that feeling, having like a feeling for a game, like a sixth sense. You understand? Like that
Yeah.
feeling, is my team strong? Is my team weak?
It felt like really hard to play that because like obviously Jinx and Yadira are or not Blitzcrank and Yadira are like lucky useless.
They are. Wait, what's the name of your account? I wanted to look into your.
UXZ hashtag NA1.
Here it is. Yes. Okay, so you obviously like your scaling split pushers.
I do.
Singed, Mundo, Kale, Vladimir. Yeah, you just like being on site and splitting and stuff. Even playing Heimer.
People love Heimer.
He's just so incredibly weak. I'm surprised you have a negative win rate on Singed though.
I tilted. I have mental
And it's
issues.
you also have a negative win rate on Mundo. That is
Yeah.
funny though. Like considering that I feel like you're playing them very well, I feel like you must be constantly forcing late game fights like we've just seen and losing them.
Yeah, maybe.
That's like the only thing I can come up with, right? Because you go into late game, you have positive stats even, and then you still lose. So I think if you want to improve going forward, what you should do is, if you feel like you lost the game, really like pull forward to the last third of the game, but then just look about your decision
I'll throw
making
in the
when
game.
starting a fight. I feel like that's
Yeah.
probably the biggest issue they have, right? Because you have positive stats, you have a very decent split push in mid game, and then you have a negative win rate, and that makes me come to the conclusion that your late game must be your main issue. Probably.
Sure.
Okay?
No, that's fair.
And going forward, I would recommend not blinding Singed or Mundo.
Who do I blind?
Kale is a beautiful blind, Vladimir is a beautiful
I
blind.
hate Kale. I feel like
Your player.
I know. I just feel like you just like give up the first like 15 minutes.
That's true. But you cannot
I
pick
like
you
Vlad
cannot
though.
blind pick Mundo. You just cannot unless you're insanely good. Like once you reach Diamond 2 plus, you will be facing Jonas, you will be facing Vaynes, and it just won't work. Like
Yeah, I mean, if they pick Kale's really bad into Yone too, though.
with Kale at the end of the day you're ranged. Like
That's
if you're
true.
looking for a good blind pick, number one, it has to be ranged, right? Because you need to be able to farm when even though you get frozen out and zoned out, it needs to be a ranged pick.
You think Vlad is fine, Bane?
Yes,
Blind?
for that reason,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe
You
I'll
need
start picking Vlad when I'm
like
blind.
optimally you're able to break a freeze and optimally you're able to farm, but you have to be able to farm. Like any blind pick has to be able to farm in hard matchups. And that usually means ranged, right? That's why most blind picks in top lane currently are ranged, because bruises and melees are just so cheesable at the moment. Yeah, and I do commend, you really have very low deaths, and that means you're playing careful.
I think I played too careful. I think I give things.
Yeah, and then you
But,
send it late game.
yeah.
Okay, and your Garen is also blindable, by the way. Garen is blindable, but you need to learn how to.
If I pick Garen and they pick like Kale or they pick like
Easy, genuinely easy.
Darius or like no, I mean you just can't do anything to them.
You can, but you need to learn how to proxy.
Yeah, well, you proxy and then you roam and you try to make an impact elsewhere. But like if game goes too long, then it feels impossible.
Garen scales beautifully into late game. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, not against like Kale
I think then you're
or
building him wrong.
Vayne.
I think you're probably building him wrong. That's what many people say. Like if you don't feel like you probably don't understand his itemization well. That must be the reason if you feel like he doesn't scale into late game. Yeah, you have attack speed boost. Okay, one note to you, attack speed on Garen is very overrated. Don't overvalue it. The thing is, your ultimate is always scaling, right? In late game, your ultimate damage just keeps increasing because people get more HP, and that is the reason that he's so good in late game. His ultimate just being so incredibly strong. I think what you have to be careful with is that you're probably building him a little bit too squishy. Because you don't have like your third item doesn't have a tank option. And then your third item probably isn't a tank option again. I would consider making the third item a little bit more tanky on Garen to get a better curve going. And I would consider going away from move speed boots into move speed boots. Go away from attack speed boots into move speed boots. Yeah, I would recommend that.
I can do that.
Because especially late game, you will feel that additional move speed on you. Like you will definitely feel that, but you won't really feel the one additional spin that he does with the, or like 2 additional spins he does with the 25 attack speed. Yeah. Okay, let's leave the session there. You can call me up again in like 2 weeks and stuff if you feel like you improved on that. Homework for you, check out your late game plays.
Will do. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Alright, I wish you a good evening, man. See you around.
Thanks.